What's good? You rocking with your boy TheCzarr, All Rights Reserved. We starting it off early morning. Shout out to CommenterNation. Shout out to the CommenterNation originals and everybody else who's joining CommenterNation as we speak. One thing I want to put out there. Yesterday, after I did release the video of stuff that I did have, isn't it shocking that the same two officers that showed up around the same time I was watching Boxhead Wario, walked out looking at Boxhead Wario, showed up to that place up there that I go to, and they walked out, and basically what happened is when they walked out, they looked directly at me once they hopped out. So they looked at me and they hopped out. So I looked at them. One was already in the store. I already was getting in line to get what I needed from there. And the funniest thing happened. The skinny one walks through the store looking around. I look him right in his eyes. He looks at me, and I just start laughing. I just start laughing in his face, right? He walks around the corner, comes back around the corner with glasses on. I already saw you. I already saw you. You came back with some Steve Urkel shades on. Like it's going to hide your identity. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. What's done is done. Trust me. You rocking with your boy TheCzarr, All Rights Reserved. CommenterNation, stand up. The Hartford graduate. You see, I had people talk to me and I did some research. There is a Hartford graduate connected to this whole scenario, whole team that was arrested for some stuff that is very eerily close to the scenario we're dealing with. Like, I mean, in his past, he was arrested for it. I don't know how the thing went down, but he was found not guilty. But at the same time, the scenario was so synonymous to what we're dealing with, it was very troubling. It was very troubling. Now, I want to also note this. This bus driver never pulls up to this spot. He never does. This is the first time he's pulled up to this exact spot. This is the first time. Let's get a little closer. This is the first time. Oh, now he's trying to pull off. He pulled up and peeled off. He's never pulled up this close to them. The stop's over there. He's always pulled down there, but now he wanted to pull off right here in front. So he must watch TheCzarr, All Rights Reserved and was like, he didn't make me shut the door. He didn't make me do that. Let's pull up in front of him. It doesn't matter. You're just part of the show. I don't know what he get. Why does he think this works? You guys get funnier every day. So here's my thing. I'm here waiting to see redheaded troll lady. I'm gonna stake it out. You know, I got business I'm completing, so it only works in my time. So we'll see if she shows. If she shows, she'll be part of the show too. I'll turn you to my power source. Are you stupid? Now, they were there waiting in the parking lot when I walked out after Boxhead Wario. Boxhead Wario looked like he was about to cry. So I don't know if they were there for him or knew him or not. But he was looking like he was about to cry, looking me in the eyes. This is when he was alone and not with his 6 or 7 other people that he needs. Okay? But that's my thing. That's the type of people and type of interactions I have. Everything for the most part's kosher. You know, there's moments, other moments I'm going to talk about in the future that have occurred, but that was one of them. And both, isn't it funny how both the officers, when I went up there last night, were there? Both of them. Funny. And I'm supposed to think you don't watch this. You were there pretty shortly after you were, let's say, loosely addressed. Just because you wear a badge doesn't allow you to harass people. You guys are dumb. You think that's like, you think that gives you all power. No, it doesn't. Especially to the extent where I'm linking you or presuming that you could allegedly be connected to a person that made gun threats within the place. You don't want to be connected to that. You don't want to be. And I haven't seen you guys in months. Just that time. And then right after I dropped my video, I saw you up there. Isn't that a coincidence? Isn't that funny? And the guy wouldn't make eye contact. No, look me in my eyes. Look me in my eyes, skinny guy with the badge. Look me in my eyes. What, because I know what you guys do? Stop playing with me. I told you. Be a man about it. If you do that stuff on the side, you did that, and within the past 5 years, you will be implicated. Just stand like a man. Say, I did it. Because you did. Funny guys. The Hartford graduate. What can we learn from this? Well, until I get the full report, even the one showing that it said not guilty, I will not speak in detail, but I will say it is very synonymous with this issue. So synonymous to the point where I'm just like, you perfected your craft. You may have perfected your craft. Let's say you allegedly perfected your craft. So this time the same outcome didn't happen. You're so nice with it that you got investigators running in a circle like, what actually happened? What? He's, what? And if that's the case, you did well for your agenda. But what's actually going on now, I'm seeing other motives, other musicians around that I've never seen around. I have a question. Some of you people would never have even met up with his mother if this incident didn't happen, giving respects to him. That's what bothers me. Why does it take tragedy in order to make individuals show respect to relatives of a superstar? That's something that I don't understand it yet. Why does tragedy define this? Why does tragedy define this outcome? This is nothing normal. It's nothing new. Whenever a tragedy happens, every superstar wants to run out with that person's mother or whoever's there giving respects to them. Why can't you give it to them when the person's here? Why can't you give them respect? Like, oh, yeah, miss, show up to my show. You're such and such's mom. I respect you. That's awkward. And I think that's disrespectful, that you don't want to see someone until they lost someone. But then any other time, you wouldn't even acknowledge them. Like, they say that person's name, you'd be like, who? Who's that? Start the music. Like, you guys wouldn't even care. That's crazy to me. And now I'm looking into a history of different activities that's literally linking up people that, I don't know, have some type of knowledge in this type of stuff, dealing with what happened at Riva. Like, I mean, seasoned to doing these type of things where they almost faced the situation, but through good lawyership made it through it. And that's crazy to me, because how are these people so close to the situation? Even a musician we found that have recently posed with the mother, that I'm trying to figure out who you are, sir. I never heard your music. I never seen you around. I just happened to see you posing with her. And then I find out that you're some type of prominent musician. It's just like, why are you posing with her now? Why couldn't you give her time of day when she was nobody? That's my issue. Like, when someone's nobody and they're not rocking with you, how am I supposed to trust you when we link up if you couldn't go out of your way to show respects before tragedy? It's hard to tell, isn't it? How would we know this? How would this be acceptable? But this is the day and age we live in, where everybody wants to pose with a person who lost someone, saying, oh, I respected their music. How come you didn't link up with them when they were here to make music, to respect their craft, to do different things like that? That's the problem. What musician is going to break the chain of command between what a superstar is and ordinary folk? You see, TheCzarr wasn't just growing as a man, growing past the situations. He was growing and realizing, I need to reach out to help those less fortunate, because that's what the prominent parts of life really are, helping those less fortunate. Not just getting with them when I feel like it, but actually creating something that they can learn from. And shout to many different uniforms and platforms that are doing charities, foundations. Shout to the Peaceful Attorney. Shout to many people. I've seen Ari's now doing a foundation. But before she even did it, I seen other people who were doing different things. Not just, let's say, people who we thought were in CommenterNation doing things to respect others' lives. That's what it's about. And there's a lot of fan pages and there's a lot of charities. Like, I mean, you go in and look. And most of these people I'm linked to that I do know that they watch videos here and they are interacting with the community. And I'm very grateful for you because that's what it's about. I mean, these people aren't fortunate in life, but they're still helping less fortunate. Why does every superstar need a tragedy to donate to something? Need some reason to give their money to something instead of spending it on Ferrari, spinning a block, and the newest chain they can throw around their neck? What's wrong with y'all? What is it? What is it that's so confusing that you guys don't get this ideology? You're so smart, so accomplished, but you can't figure out yet that if you have your millions and millions and millions to take a few thousands and help the less fortunate. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with their minds? And that's my thing. He was realizing this. And coming upon this, it seems like fortune played his hand against him. Which is sad. Because he was definitely going to break the mold of a younger generation that could not get this concept. Of different individuals that could not realize, look, I need to think about more than myself. And it's a lot of y'all that can't see it. You'll spend $100,000 on a chain when you can give $10,000 to someone else. Just take that $90,000, take yourself to Mickey D's and just relax, chill out that day. But you can't see this concept. The thing is, you guys are missing the concepts that are relevant to character. That's my thing. Did this Hartford graduate that was linked to this group miss the concepts of character, the concepts of growth, what it takes to be a decent human being? What is it that they didn't understand? That's my issue. What is it they didn't get? We finna get into it. All rights reserved.